Alright, what is up everybody? Kevin Benny back again. So I want to do a quick synopsis about these mouthpieces, kind of why I did this video, why I'm trying out new mouthpieces again. So I've been a Berg Larsen player for so long. Specifically an extremely open Berg Larsen. It was the 120/1 hard rubber Berg Larsen. But what was happening was I was just experiencing a bit of difficulty in playing. My concept was starting to change, and my concept actually started to fit more into smaller tip opening mouthpieces. So what I did was I got a Berg Larsen 80/1, you know, and this was great for a while. It was the same kind of sound concept as the Berg Larsen 120, but after I played it more and more, it lacked a certain focus that the 120/1 was giving me. So I knew I didn't want to move up in tip opening again because I was really liking the efficiency I was getting with the smaller tip opening, a lot easier to get up to the altissimo. Just in general, the horn just seemed to work better with the smaller tip opening for me right now. So I said, all right, I'm looking for mouthpieces that have similar tip opening. An 80/1, actually this mouthpiece clocks in, I had it measured about 0.078 of an inch. Okay, so it's a little less than an 80. But basically what I wanted was, I like small chamber mouthpieces with a bit of a baffle, okay? And that's basically what the Berg Larsen is. It's a horseshoe small chamber mouthpiece with a baffle to get a little edgy brightness, you know, not like a brightness for jazz, which Myers have, but I want a little bit more of that contemporary zing to the sound, which, you know, the Berg Larsens give, a little bit more of this R&B type of quality. So I went out to search for mouthpieces with a baffle, and they're giving a brighter sound, but with a small chamber. And honestly, there's really not that many pieces that have that combination. What I found was there is the Jet, the JodyJazz Jet, which is basically very similar to a Berg Larsen, and small chamber metal mouthpieces. You know, I was looking at the JodyJazz DV. This is a great mouthpiece, and then also the newer Earth. The newer Theo Wanne mouthpieces, the Earth and the Fire. This one's the Earth that I tried. The Fire was a little bit too bright for my liking. Both have small chambers. So I tried out all of these, and I got some really good results with all of them. Okay, great. So all of these mouthpieces clock into around a facing 6 for alto saxophone mouthpieces. I'm going to start with the Theo Wanne Earth mouthpiece. This is a great mouthpiece, an amazing bang for your buck for a metal mouthpiece. You really do get the feeling, the sound of a metal type of mouthpiece. My first impressions were great on this mouthpiece, but as I started getting into it more and more, I couldn't really get comfortable with it. It didn't feel so much like a small chamber mouthpiece. You know, it had quite a wider sound, a little bit too many mids in the tone that I'm not a fan of. In a sense, it gave kind of more of a classic jazz tone. But with that said, you can play with all different styles. Craftsmanship is amazing, you know, with Theo Wanne quality. What else? Yeah, the brightness of the mouthpiece just didn't live up to what I was looking for. So this is not the mouthpiece I will be going with, but it's definitely worth a try, and hopefully, you know, the recordings do it justice. Okay, the next mouthpiece, the JodyJazz Jet mouthpiece. This is the hard rubber one. I tried the JodyJazz Super Jet, way too bright. I could not get into it. This is, again, a great mouthpiece. Feels extremely similar to a Berg Larsen when it comes to like the feeling, how you play. Honestly, it feels like a 80/1 Berg Larsen, but maybe with a little bit more top end, a little bit more brightness. And the thing with this mouthpiece is, again, the feel was the same, but there was a certain width to the sound and response that I'm trying to get away from, trying to get to a more focused sound. And after I tried this one, I was really thinking, you know, I think I really need to go to a metal mouthpiece. But anyway, again, great mouthpiece. The thing with this mouthpiece, honestly, I felt like it was a little bit too bright for me. Not as well-rounded as, say, the Theo Wanne and actually the DV, and even the Berg Larsen one-chamber mouthpieces. A little bit too bright for my liking, and just didn't have as much low end as I thought it was going to. But so still a great mouthpiece. JodyJazz, great for their quality and craftsmanship. Okay, cool. So this is the JodyJazz DV. It's got its blue tape. That's how it came from the manufacturer, so it doesn't get dinged up while I am trying it out. Man, this mouthpiece is killing. Honestly, it's giving me everything I want in a mouthpiece. It's giving me my focus. It's giving me the ease of flexibility from the top, the altissimo, to the bottom. And it's well-rounded. It's not too bright. It's not too dark. Of course, I can get to the R&B style of saxophone that I play a lot of. You know, there's one thing that's different about this mouthpiece from all other mouthpieces. This cutout here on the table. That thing, I feel like it really gives a certain amount of lows, and what it does for me, I feel like it does, is when I'm playing from the altissimo range down to the bottom very fast, the low end, when I get to the bottom of the horn, the lows of the sound are still there. In other mouthpieces, I feel like if I go quickly from the altissimo to the low register, when I get to that low register, the lows are actually kind of cut off. But this mouthpiece is very unique in that way. Now, the one thing I feel like this table does do, and I don't recommend this mouthpiece to beginners, is I feel like it makes the pitch a little squirrely, just a little bit. I noticed it at first, it wasn't too crazy, and I worked it out pretty quickly. So for me, it's fine. And again, I like the added benefit of I feel like it gives you a little bit more beefy, low register. Yeah, so I mean, super versatile, super ease of flexibility. The facility from top to bottom is like incredible, and it's just the craftsmanship of JodyJazz mouthpieces you can't beat. Yeah, guys, so I think I am gonna be getting this one. This comes in at a whopping $550, but you know, it's an investment, and it's giving me a lot of what I'm looking for in my concept. So this will probably be the next mouthpiece I'm going to play for hopefully many years, hopefully. But I do need to still get comfortable with this mouthpiece. It's going to take probably a few months, honestly. And I'm playing on a size 3 with this. I think I'm going to actually need to play stiffer reeds because it's so free blowing. But that's that, guys. So I really appreciate you watching this video. Always subscribe. Click on the link in the description if you want to sign up to get some free tips and tricks from me from time to time. When you sign up, you get free sheet music, a lot of good stuff for saxophonists. Also, this is new for me. I'm giving out free Skype lessons or free Zoom lessons, online lessons. If you're interested, you can get one 30-minute lesson with me, no strings attached. I'm giving that out. You know, I've had a lot more time with the whole COVID-19 crisis. I hope everyone's doing okay with it. But yeah, this is kind of an incentive for if anyone's interested in taking private lessons online with me. Definitely take advantage of this because it's just a free lesson, no strings attached. All right, everybody, thank you so much and stay inspired.